Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to talk about flashlights. So these are all the flashlights I currently have in my possession. Oh wait, sorry, I'm carrying this one. These are all the flashlights I have in my possession. I own every one of these except this one. This one was sent in to me by Kaviso Outdoors. It's a drop titanium AAA flashlight. That's the only one I don't own. They sent that for me to review. I don't think it's for me to keep. The rest I currently own. I think this one was sent to me to review as well by Scianski. I'm not sure if they wanted me to keep it or not. They sent it from China, so I'm pretty sure it's for me to keep. It's really cool, actually. I just got it in the other day. Some of these I have a lot of experience with. Some of these I do not. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys because, honestly, I'm not that big of a flashlight guy. But somehow I own this many flashlights. And I've had a few Ray lights. I've had other O lights. I've had an Laulima. I've had a Laulima Metalcraft Hoku. I guess I am a flashlight guy. I don't know. Currently, my EDC flashlights are these two. I recently had an Laulima, but I sold that. And I actually ended up getting another Micro Arcadian, which is this light right here. I don't know why, but it feels like this one's thicker. It's not. It's the same. Let's find out for sure. Yeah, it's the same. I don't know why. I think it's the coating or something. We'll talk about these as well. These are the two that I really carry every day, as well as this because it's on my keychain. This goes in my bag that I take when I go to work or if I'm on a trip or whatever. This guy's in my bag. I've had this one for a while. It's copper. It's heavy. This one sits on my desk, actually magnetized to the underside of my desk. You'll hear it. That's where it magnetizes to, and I use this during disassemblies and other stuff to find pieces I drop on the carpet or to pull washers out of a knife, or I use the light to show you guys something inside the knife when I'm doing a review. This one also sits against my desk on this side, and this is the Dapper Designs Ion. I carried this one for a good while. Really, really like this light. I just kind of like wanted something more bougie, so I went that route. So, yeah. So let's talk about these. We'll go down the row. Maybe this will give you guys an idea of something you want. If you're into flashlights, maybe you're not into flashlights, or you want to get into flashlights, but you don't want to spend, $400 or whatever. You want to keep it, under $100, maybe even like under 50. I think we have an option here for that. So let's get into it. This one right here is the Dapper Designs Ion flashlight. Dapper Designs is a company that makes stuff. And this is made overseas. There's been claims it's made in the U.S., but it's not. But it's titanium flashlight with an internal battery, so you can't take the battery out. Charges USB-C, which is really cool. Goes up to 650 lumens, which is pretty impressive for a tiny flashlight. For example, I should probably get something so you guys can reference size. I have an idea. There we go. There it is. Ignore the missing label thingy, but this is a 10440 battery, which is the same exact size as a AAA. So this is a chapstick. We can use that as well as a Sharpie. So let's use these three, and we can kind of gauge size for you guys, right? So there, hopefully that helps, guys. This is the Dapper Designs Ion flashlight. There you go, next to the AAA. Yeah, I'll just leave them up here and I'll reference them. Here's the chapsticks, probably going to be your closest reference in terms of thickness and in terms of length. It's a little bit longer than your standard chapstick. And then here is your Sharpie. It's a little bit bigger, but not much thicker. So there we go. I'll just put these to the side and hopefully remember. Sorry. This light is fantastic, guys. The only gripes I have with it were the clip is deep carry, but it is very loose, sort of. It's not like loose, but I carried it in the same pocket as my phone, and every time I pulled my phone out, if it went anywhere near this, it would pop the whole flashlight out, right? Where now I carry one of these, and these have really tight clips, which I used to hate, but I love it now because it just jostles a little bit, but doesn't fly out of the pocket when I pull my phone out. It has this knurling I don't love. It has a side button here. So what you do is you do a long press, and that'll turn it on. You can long press and cycle through high, medium, and low. And then that's low, medium, high, up to 650 lumens. You can hold press to turn off, and you can double click for moonlight mode. And you got a high, medium, and low again. You know what I mean. And then hold long press to turn off. Triple click is a strobe, guys. Anybody has epilepsy issues, you probably shouldn't be watching this video anyway, but please, warning, warning, I'm about to hit the strobe in 3, 2, 1, turn it off. Okay, strobe. All right, so it has that feature as well. The battery holds pretty well in my experience, but again, the clip, not my favorite in terms of it coming out of pocket. If you carry this in a pocket with nothing else, or you're not worried about it getting pushed out, the clip retention is fine. It holds well. It's good. The other issue I had is one of them, this is my second one. I had one where it kind of like would randomly just die. And then I'd plug it in and it would be fully, and it would turn on, it would be fine. But like I would have it charged. I know it was charged and I go to use it and it just wouldn't work. And I don't know if it was a dud, it was user error, I don't know. But I bought another one, I never had that problem again. So who knows? You can also lockout feature this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Locks it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turns it back on. I don't like that it turns the light on when it does that. But, you know, whatever. So that is the Dapper Designs Ion. I believe this is $60 in titanium like this. Just a very unbeatable price. Now, it does have a sort of, what do you call it? Blue light color. It's not like super warm. A lot of people like the warm lights. I'm good with this, but anything more than this, like more blue or whatever, I don't like. But this is fine. Oh, it also has a magnet on the back, which is really cool. Next up, this is my favorite flashlight right now. Probably the best EDC flashlight in the game that I've found. This is the CWF Flashlights Micro Arcadian. And the reason I love it is because it's a AAA size, which means it takes these 10440s. So here you can see the size comparison next to the AAA, right? Next to the chapstick. Sorry. A bit longer than the chapstick. Maybe a little bit thicker than the chapstick. And here we go. Here's your Sharpie. All right. 1.5 times. All right. So I love that it's a 10440 size battery, yet it has a tail switch. You'll hear a lot of people say there's no reliable tail switches for a 10440. Well, CWF, or Charles Wiggins, he actually created this. I think it's called the Mr. Clicky, or I might be making that up. But it's very intuitive, and it's a reverse clicky. So you click, it turns on, and then you cycle by pushing half presses, right? And I actually have both of these now set to just 2 modes. It's 15% and 100%. That's it. I didn't go crazy because I just like having simple modes. I usually just like moonlight, low, medium, high, but even that's 4, right? This is perfect. Just on. Is that enough? No. Okay, boom, right? That's plenty for me. I think it has memory, but it doesn't seem to. Maybe it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. Which is fine. I actually like that. I want it to be on low when I turn it on for the first time again. The clickies feel like identical. Like, brightness feels identical. They're really good. I don't know the output on this guy. I would assume it's as much, if not more than this, being 650 in this size. I would assume this is going to be, I don't know, maybe 700 or 800 lumens on high. Now, obviously, the battery's not going to last as long as something thicker or something in a AA size because it's a 10440. But, you know, I'm not using this for long durations of time. I'm literally turning it on, finding something, grabbing it, turning it off, right? I use it a lot in my kid's bedroom because I'm looking for her binky or whatever, pacifier, or her puppy, or her, you know, slothy toy, stuffed animal, and I'm just kind of clicking on, looking around, clicking off, right? So this is the Micro Arcadian from CWF Flashlights. This one right here in the raw machine titanium was $425 directly from CWF Flashlights. This guy right here is a triple aught design exclusive, so it's their topographic pattern, and then it's sold by them but made by CWF Flashlights. This one was $475, so a little bit pricey. It's the priciest one on the table. I've gone through the higher end ones that, you know, are more mainstream, like this, Laulima, Metalcraft, Hoku, and this is by far the best one, just hands down the best one. The Hoku, for me, was good because of the size. It was actually smaller than this, took the same battery, but it was a twisty. They actually make, I think, a clicky version. No, they don't. I think he makes a twisty version of this. And then he has the clicky. But obviously you want the clicky. The only benefit to a twisty is maybe you could have a magnet at the back here, like this, instead of having the tail switch. But that's the only thing I can think of. What else? Yeah, pricey, but fantastic. Favorite light by far, hands down. I've tried like 3 or 4 of the high-end ones, so I'm not like an expert, but this has been just my favorite. Obviously, I have 2. All right, so next up we have this little titanium flashlight from Drop or Caviso Outdoors. This one you can get on Amazon. I believe you can't get that one on Amazon. You can get this one on Amazon, and I don't know. I'll look into it. I'll link everything down below that I can, whether it's directly to their websites or to an Amazon link. I am an Amazon affiliate, so I will link those. It'll help the channel if you decide to pick up something like this, which is appreciated, but obviously you don't have to do that. So this is titanium. It has a sort of integrated tail switch, and I think this is what they're talking about when they say there's not reliable ones out there, like this could malfunction. I don't know. I haven't had that happen. I'm just saying. I hate the knurling. I'm just not a knurling guy. Just don't want that on my flashlight or knife or whatever. But it is pretty cool. So you click down, and you can hear it's kind of mushy. You click down, and it turns it on. There's no, like, cycling through. That's what I love about this. On the Okluma flashlights, it's the opposite. You actually cycle. You have to do half presses to cycle, and then click down to select your choice. Where this, you click on and then just cycle through. Like, it just makes more sense to me to do it that way than to look for your mode and then click down, right? I don't know. Anyway, this you click on, you can see it's a warmer light. This also has the little bit of a more digital light, I guess you call it, LED light. So this, you click back off and then back on, and it goes to medium, back off and back on, and you're on high, right? This is a bit more of a concentrated, I guess, light. I would highly doubt that this is brighter than either of these. This one's $650. This one's probably $700, $800. But it's more of a concentrated, well, I guess not. Holy cow. You can see the difference already. I mean, this still feels really bright, but it was nowhere near that, right? But that's how you cycle. You got to click on, off, on, off, on. And that's how you get all the way to high and then back off. It works great, guys. For what I am guessing, I didn't look it up. I'm guessing it's like $40 or something. Really cheap like that. This is really good, guys. I think I have a AAA battery in here. I can check. You can probably put a 10440, yep, AAA rechargeable. You probably could put one of these in there, 10440s. Well, first off, if you get 10440s, let me back up a little bit and just get this on. If you get 10440s, do not buy these, okay? These are the blue ones you'll see on Amazon. Do not get them. One of two is always a piece of crap, and then this happens. They die in like 4 charges. If you're gonna get 10440s, get either eFest or get vape cell batteries. Okay, you can go to different. You can go to CWF Light or Laulima, and they'll have links to a website. I think it's called Illumination Supply, and they sell eFest and vape cell 10440s. That's what you want. They're the good kind. So Anyway, for the AAA in here, I mean, it's way bright enough for what I need. No issue. I don't need this much light, but whatever. I like having it. Great size. So if we're comparing it again, here's your AAA. And again, here's your Dapper. So it's actually the same size. It's actually a little bit smaller and thinner than the Dapper. Here's your chapstick. You can see there it's about the same size as a chapstick, but it's actually going to be thinner than a chapstick, I think. Yep, thinner than a chapstick. I really like how that button is flush back there. I really think that looks just nice. Looks snazzy, right? Here's your Sharpie. Whoops. So there you go. Oh, thickness. So really good light. I've only, spent a few days with it. So I can't like really give you like a full review on it yet or whatever, but the clip works fine. Again, I don't love knurling. The clip could obviously become an issue by sliding off. It's not very deep. You know, you have some things there going on. But a lot of people would probably throw a lanyard or key ring on it, just throw it on a keychain or toss it in a bag or pocket. You might not even use the clip, right? So this one's really cool. This is the Drop Aaa Titanium. I believe it comes in different colors and stuff like that. I'll have it linked down below. This one here is interesting because it's the only one I've put in my pocket that is this fat. I'm just not a chode light guy, and this is just a behemoth, right? This is not my preferred style of flashlight. The thinner, the better, right? That's what I'm going for. Even the AA size ones like the Laulima is just too big for me. So it's odd that something like this would be good for me to carry. But I got this in a few days ago from Scianski. You can see right here is the name of it, Scianski. And this is the M3 light. This is titanium. And it's just a little guy. And that's what I like about it. So here's the AAA. You can see it's about as tall as a AAA or as long as a AAA. Obviously much thicker chapstick. Thicker. Here's your Sharpie. Obviously you can get like 2 or 3 of these for one Sharpie, right? Thickness. But because it's so short, it works. I believe this has 700 lumens. And I believe you double press to turn on. Oh no, that locks it. So now I gotta remember now. So that locked it. So now I gotta double click to unlock. Then it'll turn on. So is it a long press? Okay, calm down. Yeah. So long press on, or maybe just tap on. Yep, long press. On, low, medium, high. Higher. Sorry, there must be a turbo in there. So you could call it moonlight, low, medium, high. It's really bright, guys. I would venture to guess this one is brighter than any of these. So let's just try it. Yeah, I'd say it's a bit brighter. I mean, it's a little louder. I don't know what that means, if that makes sense. It's more of that digital light. This one's a little warmer. But I'd say this one being, what did I say? 700 lumens. So maybe this guy doesn't go up to 800. Like I said, it could only be 500 lumens or something like that. I'd be surprised if this one's brighter. But hey, apparently this one goes to 650. See, that doesn't feel like 650 if this is 700, right? I don't know. Just feel like this is less. But it could just be that this one is, because it's thicker. That's probably what it is, right? Because it's fatter, it has a wider, it has a wider bezel, which means it can throw light wider. So even though this is 700 and this might be 700 or 800, this seems brighter up close at least, right? You're going to have a more directed beam with something like these, where this might throw a little better because it's wider. That's my thought, guys. I'm not an expert on flashlights, so I just wanted to show you guys these. But this is the Scianski Light, and I think for a tiny little guy like this, 700 lumens, I think this is really cool. And like I said, I carried this in pocket, no problem. It didn't bother me whatsoever because it's so short. It's not long enough to start bugging me with the thickness. This, because it's so long and fat, It's obviously heavier, and it's going to be bumping into my phone and shit like that in my pocket. This doesn't even reach my phone, so it's not a big deal. I enjoyed carrying this yesterday. I was surprised, genuinely surprised. I was like, you know what, I'll throw it in pocket today. Didn't even notice it was there. It was fantastic. So this light, I actually can recommend this. I don't know if I have an affiliate link or anything like that. I don't know if they gave me any of that. I'll see if I have it. I'll put it in the comment or in the description. But regardless of that, they sent it for review, and that's what I'm doing. And it's great. It's a great light. I was honestly thinking it was going to be a piece of junk. The Chinese company reaches out to you and asks to send you something. It looked cool, but I was like, eh. And dude, this is built well. Feels really solid. Like, the only negative some people might have is, whoa. Oh, I thought that just... some reason I thought that was red. It was because of my skin. One thing people might have an issue with is the battery. So here's the battery. They have it labeled Scianski 700 amp hour, and it charges directly into the battery. So I don't know if that's an issue for anybody. I don't see it as an issue. I mean, you just put the battery in here and then put it back together, and you're good to go. But I don't know. Somebody on a live was like, it's weird. Doesn't it feel weird to charge the battery directly, like it's dangerous or something? I don't think that that's an issue. So if I could get this to close, we would be good. There we go. So I think that's actually pretty cool. It's a nice way of making it work. Without, they didn't cut a hole in here so you could fit it into the charger. I don't know if that's how a lot of those are. Like, is there really just a battery in here with a slot just like this, and they just cut a hole into the frame too? I don't know. Anyway, I'm getting bogged down. Scianski M3, really, really good stuff, guys. I don't know where you get them. I got to research that. Amazon, maybe. Their website, I think. So I'll link that stuff down below. This is the Olight Baton Pro, right? Yeah, Baton Pro. This one was given to me by Rodney. Shout out to Rodney Pearson. Great dude. And this is basically just my desk light. If for some reason I needed a good, sturdy, like powerful light, I have it, right? No, the days of having the mag lights are gone, right? Like, I think this is plenty for what I need. I have no idea what the output on this guy is, but it has the side button, and I just click it on, and it clicks off. Is that it? Just clicks on and off? No. It must be a turbo. Got to double click. Oh, God. Okay, yeah. See, there you go. Really bright stuff. And then off. I don't know what happened there, but I think that's all it does. I don't know. Maybe there's more modes and shit I don't know about. It's cool because it charges really easy. A lot of the Olights, it's just a magnet on the back. Boom. Charges like that. And then it also acts as a magnet, so you can magnetize it to stuff when you're using it. It's just a USB. Yeah, it's just a great around-the-house light, in my opinion. This is not a light that I would carry in my pocket or a bag or anything like that. It's just too big for that, in my opinion. I mean, maybe a bag if you were going to, I mean, it's probably, it's still heavier than this, but it's a great light, guys. I just can't recommend it for EDC, you know what I mean? I'm not into the home whatever flashlight game. This is the only one I have, but it works great, and it's titanium, so it's cool. This is the, what the hell is this thing called? It's called the Tk16 from Acebeam, sorry. It's been a while. This light I actually got in the first ever Going Gear, it's goinggear.com subscription. They had that monthly, like, EDC pack or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? It was like $60 a month, and you got stuff every month, and it was kind of cool for a couple weeks or a couple months. And I think I did it for like 4 or 5 months, and every month it was like a shitty knife that I didn't want, that didn't have a reversible clip or whatever, and I just ended up canceling it. But this was the best thing I ever got in there. No, this was, I think I got this in there too, actually. I did. So never mind. This is the best. This is the second best, both flashlights. But I keep this in my bag because it's super powerful. I think it goes up to 1,300 lumens or something. You can see the amount of pixels or whatever those fucking things are called. Whoa, sorry. I did not know that was going to happen. I apologize. Maybe it's dying. Yeah, I think that means the battery's dead. I actually think I have a battery, so hang on. Now, this one could be dead too because I literally charged these at the same time, and I just put it in my bag like a year ago, 2 years ago, I don't know. And I haven't used the light, but I'm guessing the battery just drained. Whoa! Did you see that? I'm guessing the battery just drains over time, right? Yeah, see, this one's fresher. So you have on, and you have off. Is that it? Double click. That must be the bright 1,300 lumens. I don't know. Sometimes I can't tell, guys. I swear they all have the same brightnesses. They say 1,300 lumen. This says, 800. How much brighter is this? Is this 400 more lumens in this? I don't think so. So a lot of times I think it's just marketing bullshit. So just get the light you like that gives you enough light. Don't worry about the lumen thing. I think lumens is like what Knife Steel Nerds Laren Thomas says. It's like hardness for steel. It's like pixels. How many megapixels you have on your camera. It doesn't really mean anything. It has to be taken into account with everything else, the throw and all that shit, right? Battery duration and shit like that all needs to be taken into account. Having 800,000 lumens doesn't matter if the flashlight's this big. It's gonna die in 2 minutes. So anyway, I'll probably just charge these batteries so that they're back up to speed. But these you have to have. Oh, I should mention that the batteries on these CWFs, on this Acebeam, that's it. You have to have a charger for. So I have a Nightcore D2 charger, and you just put the batteries on there. It charges it, but it's a separate product you have to buy to charge your flashlight batteries. Because when I got this, they sent you this, but they didn't send you an extra battery. I think it came with one battery, and you don't get a charger. So I couldn't even charge the new flashlight I got. So then I had to order a charger. So then I'm buying something for a thing I got in a loot crate box or whatever you call it. So that kind of sucked, but I just want to point that out because you may not know that. So that's the Acebeam Tk16. I think it's pretty cool. It's copper. Again, not something I would ever carry in my pocket just because of how big it is. Another thing I want to note is the clip on this and the clip on this. You can see they're a little different than the others, and that's because they're able to be put on your hat. So that's why they have this extra little thing back here. So you can slide this on your ball cap, and then you can have it on while it's on your cap facing that way. And this does the same thing. These just have standard clips, if that makes sense. All right, last but absolutely not least is the Rovivon Aurora. I think it's the A2, but I'm not positive. Again, I'll link it down below. I believe they have a titanium version of this, which I think would basically rival this. I mean, it's smaller. It would be titanium, and it would probably bust out more light. This thing is amazing for the size. Now, I don't know how dead it is. It's a micro USB. I believe I charged it recently because it died on my keychain. Again, something like this that I don't use very often, but it's really good to have when you do need it. But you got to make sure you charge it every once in a while because it will just dissipate, right? So this one, you have a side button just like this guy. And let's see. Oh, this one you have to hold down, I think. So there you go. You just hold it down. It has a ton of light for such a small thing. Here's the the AAA, the chapstick. You can see there, it's about the size of a chapstick, but a little thinner and a little bit shorter. And then here is your Sharpie. And then let's do the same thing with this guy, because I didn't do that. There's those. Chapstick. Thickness to the chapstick. And then I don't know if I did it with this guy. There's those. And the Sharpie. So this is the longest one. All right. So let's put this stuff aside. All right. I know that was a very long video about it, but anyway, this thing is fantastic. It's been on my keys since I got it. I believe the same time I got this, or a month after. You just hold down. I don't think there's like a double, just warning, might be a strobe, who knows. So yeah, that turns it on, a double click. Now I remember. Turns it on as a double click. Next click turns on a lower mode. Then a little bit brighter. Then a little bit brighter. Then a little bit brighter. And back down to low. Hold down, turns off. Now I think a triple click makes the whole thing glow or something. You get this light on the internal. I think that's really sweet since it's like glow in the dark. That gets brighter. Come on. How cool is that? Strobe. And back off. Really cool, right? And then you could just hold down to turn on again. So bright. Really, really cool stuff, guys. Absolutely love it. Just, it's amazing. For the, I think they're like $30 or something. And you get all that power in it. It's really, if you think about it, this is really all you ever need. You could toss it, you could take this off, toss it in your pocket. I believe it even comes with a little thing you can attach to use as a clip. And this is all you would ever really need. You could spend $30 or whatever these cost, and you'd have your flashlight game covered. It is bright enough to handle anything. Now, it may not last that long, so maybe you want this for on the go and stuff, and then get something like this for around the house, right? And then you're set. You don't need all these or whatever. You definitely don't need fancy lights like these, but I love this stuff, right? So there's a rundown of all the lights in my possession currently. Again, I own all of these except this guy, and this guy was sent in for review, so I'm not sure. But it's more lights than I need, but it's awesome. I really enjoy them. I'm kind of getting into lights, I guess, just like pens. It's just the way it goes, guys. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Which light is your favorite out of these? How would you do your setup? Would you have one on the go, one for the house? Would you have, you know, one in the car, one in the whatever, like me, where I have one in a bag, one at my desk, well, two at my desk, one in my pocket, one on my keychain, right? Just a little bit of a madman. Honestly, if they let me keep this, I might just throw this guy in the bag instead of this, because this thing's heavier. It has the battery that you have to, you know, put on that charger. This I can just take the battery out, throw it on a micro USB and be done with it. And it's smaller. I don't know. Probably it has less lumens, but who cares, right? So anyway, which one would you choose? And if not these or whatever, what's your favorite flashlight? I want to know your favorite flashlight in the comments. Is it an O-light of some sort? I know O-lights are huge because they're inexpensive and they have great freaking quality. So let me know down in the comments. Are you a bougie guy like me, a budget flashlight guy, somewhere in the middle, or you just have a bunch of stuff like me? So I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I will catch you later.